Hello, hello. So last time we got to the first important blue science technology, physical projectile damage 5. The next damage upgrade that I can get will require the yellow science. Probably not going to happen today. First, we are going to the mining productivity, then probably something like military. Might want to do a tank, not sure about that. There's also the uranium that I should get into for the nuclear power. Okay, gun turrets are out of copper. I have 150 gun turrets, maybe that doesn't matter much, but this is out of copper anyway. So maybe the next step would be to automatically deliver the copper actually. Let's start with the train stop on this place. Actually just this thing. Yes, perfect. This is going to be copper ore. I'm unloading the ore, I'm smelting it here. And that train can also be filled with coal, by the way, so we're going to do that. And that. One, two, three. So my goal for today is going to be to automate the copper, get more iron, research mining productivity, maybe start going to the uranium. Maybe my goal for today should be actually the nuclear power, right? I know that I'm not really running out of coal yet, but, you know, I should do something about my power. If I just increase the power, then I'm going to run out of the coal faster. We can take a look at my current speed of the coal usage, right? I'm using 6,000 every 10 minutes, right? I have over here 180. So 300 minutes, which is 5 hours. This is over here 5 hours of power at the current speed, which actually is not that bad since I have more coal here. But anyway, if I can save on coal for later, because I will need the coal for plastic too, right? What about some solar? Nah, I'd rather do the nuclear than the solar. Solar is boring. So this over here is going to be train stop called copper ore loading station. It's going to be over here. Okay, and I'm no longer smelting the copper here. Instead, I'm doing this. Still not going to take the entirety of the copper because when this runs out, maybe, which might happen soon actually. And then we have this train, the copper ore train, going to the copper ore load until I'm full, into unload until I'm empty, just like everything. Let's set up the smelting too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I'll do another 6 over here. And this is together with the coal, like so. And then the copper is used automatically just for the gun turrets, and over here for the blue signs. It's just going to be splitted like that and be delivered this way. And that way. And how quickly am I using the copper actually? I'm using 270 per minute. Alright, copper is done. Let's think what is going to be next. Maybe now that stuff is kind of working on its own, right? Maybe now I can. Let's focus on researching the territory for the future, right? I know that there is 2 more ore patches that I can take. They were somewhere on the preview. Somewhere around here, I think, and somewhere on the right side. And of course, this iron patch over here. But in order to discover more ore patches that are outside of the preview, we will need to place some radars around. And the radars will need to be powered by something. So we are going to power the radars by actually the solar panels, so that I don't need to connect the power poles to them. And then we're going to go around the world on a car trip and place the radars around. That is the goal. One solar panel is going to give me 60 kilowatts. One radar is using 300 kilowatts. I don't need them to be running at full speed. Even one solar panel is probably going to be good enough for me for the sake of discovering the new territory. But if I place multiple, it would work faster. All right, which direction do we go? Actually, any direction is totally fine. So how do we do this here? I am technically able to go in between the nests like so. I'm going to try and go as far as possible. Oh wait, if they are aggroing on me, it means that they will actually try to attack the radar, or no? Maybe actually they will not, unless I attack them, right? Like, let's just say that I want to place a radar over here, right? So we place a radar, a solar panel, and a power pole like this. And it will slowly but surely do the progress. Only during day, but I don't really care. Right? So let's see, I am aggroing them here. Are they going to go back and attack that? I think they shouldn't. I'm not even sure that going like in these places is a good idea. Okay, like I want to know if they will attack those. Shit. You know what? I'm going to reload here. Nothing happened. You guys didn't see anything, okay? Okay, maybe I should not go into this deep into the enemies. That didn't really help. Yeah, I guess this is basically as far as I should be going on a car. I'll just place the radar over here. Hello? Don't do that. Found another copper here. I'm mainly looking for iron. This copper would be like 8 million under normal settings. Yeah, probably. It is technically 36 times smaller than it would be on the normal settings, yes. Yeah, I guess this would be not exactly 8 million, maybe like 5 million. This is not that far from spawn. I've been like running around like this, right? Also, I maybe should like uncover every single chunk, you know? Because any single chunk can contain a little bit of resources for me. Wait, uranium mining did not finish the research. Alright, how far am I? I'm not actually very far from my rails, so let's keep the research going. And maybe this is going to be researched. Maybe I should also go ahead and mine a piece of uranium immediately. So the uranium that I have is over here near spawn. Let's start working on the outpost here immediately then. And also, so I will need to bring the sulfuric acid to it in order to mine it, right? So, but yeah, this over here is the idea, right? We have a couple of the radars around the place, and they will slowly reveal the territory, like further out. So I might find new ore patches this way. 43,000. 43,000 of the uranium here should be more than enough to supply the power plant. It will not be enough at all to supply the ammo. 43,000 uranium ore is 4,000 uranium, and out of the uranium we are going to get, let's say, 1% of uranium-235. 40 uranium-235, right? So it is going to be 400 uranium fuel cells. 3,000 gigajoules. But I want to have inserters. Uranium is researched. Okay, let's see. After I research the uranium, the next thing I want to research the nuclear power, I think. If not, then what else can I do? Processing units. they will be needed. But do I do it right now? I don't know. This will be useful for the power armor and for the utility science pack. For exoskeleton. Material processing? Think not. I think the most important, if not the nuclear power, is going to be the robots, actually. So let's go into lubricant and electric engine and robotics and construction robots. So that my base is actually going to be not only defended, but also repaired. We have military 4. Military 4 is going to be really nice for manual fighting. Poison capsules to delete the worms. Slowdown capsules to deal with the biters. Oh, construction robotics is almost done. Hold on. The research is going a little bit too quick. Okay, I guess I'm not going to go and research more territory yet. We are going to... Okay, let's try getting into the nuclear power. After the bots, I'm going directly to the uranium power. I need to start mining it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was just 1.5 thousand coal destroyed here. I don't care. So I will need to load the uranium ore here, but then I will also need to supply this with sulfuric acid, right? I think I will just deliver that in the same train. 1 sulfuric acid for 1 mining operation, right? 1 barrel, 50 sulfuric acid. So 1 barrel is 50 ore. Barrels stack to 10, so 500. So 2 stacks should be 1,000. So I think around 3 stacks for 1,500, because I will have this train here with a uranium ore. Yeah, this is 2,000, but then we will have the empty barrel and the barrel with sulfuric acid like this, which will leave on less than 2,000, so 1.5 plus a little more of the ore. This should work. I will have another train here. That one is going to be the one that's delivering the bullets, right? Then putting them on this circular belt around the patch. So this train stop should be enabled if there is not enough sulfuric acid here, or this is full. Okay, let's set up the other side of this. Where am I going to deliver? I will deliver maybe around here. I need the barrels with sulfuric acid here. Let's say over here we are going to have the sulfuric acid. How to craft sulfuric acid? We need sulfur and iron and water. Easy. Iron, sulfur. There's too many assemblers for the ammo anyway, right? I guess I'll just do it here. Sulfuric acid. That's all. Do I want something like productivity here? So there we go. Sulfuric acid is being crafted here. I think this should be more than enough speed for me. 600 per minute. So this train is just going to leave as soon as all of these barrels are filled. And we go for the uranium ore. So the barrels are going to be unloaded into the fluid storage here. We're going to mine uranium. Uranium processing has been researched. The train is going to be left with 30 barrels. Get the uranium, but we're not going to wait for it to be filled. Just waiting for 30 seconds and then going back. All right, nice. Now it should be automatic, and this train station is now disabled, and it's only going to be enabled when these chests are going to have enough uranium ore, so that I go and pick it up, or when I run out of the sulfuric acid here, and this becomes less than 500. That should work well. Let's continue the research. Get into robots. We get into robots, and then we get into nuclear power. In the meantime, what do? These are slowly researching. I have found another uranium ore, by the way. which is good. And I have found another uranium ore. Nice. All right. All of these are inside of the enemy nest, though. Oh, and another one, 64,000. Look at all of the uranium. That's why we want to place more of the radars around. Construction robots. The question is, do I go into, like... Even the fact that I can craft construction robots right now is really nice, right? But do I actually need them that much? Because the robots are going to start using a lot of power and everything. I think I don't care about them too much. It would be nice if they would replace these turrets for me. But for now, I'm fine with replacing them myself. Maybe once I capture another iron patch, maybe that's what I should be doing. Capturing more resources, right? Because this over here is left with 50,000 actually. How much is left in these iron patches? 80,000. Holy shit, I'm running out. I'm still using it right around 1,000 per minute. This is only 2 hours. That's not a lot. Alright, this is time for another iron for sure. I know that we still have another iron that I can get without fighting. Here is the preview. This iron over here on the right edge of the map, this should be takeable. And up there, straight diagonally from the starting lake. Okay. I need to figure out a way to go there. I think one of the most difficult parts here is how to get there, you know, like the rails. I have like a lot of expansions this way. These expansions I might just kill if I want to go through here. Expansions should be easy. Oh, I'm also out of the power poles. Should I start crafting automatically the big power poles first? Let's do that. Over here maybe, the medium and the big power poles. Big and that. Okay, that should do it. That should do it. Alright, actually I am starting to get more. I just repaired this shit. And they already die. Okay. Maybe going into the bots right now is not a bad idea. For that to happen, I need to... Let's store. I think at this point I'm not... Like... I'm not going to be using these efficiency modules that much. Let's just have a little bit at least of these inside of a chest. Like a stack should be enough. Probably, maybe like 2 stacks. But then the robots themselves need the flying robot frames. And flying robot frames need electric engine units, which also needs lubricant. Let's have the lubricant. Yeah, this is a perfect space for the lubricant, right? Over here. Like that. And I will not be cracking the heavy oil unless I have more than 1,000 lubricant. I think is more than enough for me. The engines can go this way. And we can craft those into the electric engines. Lubricant. And with green chips. Productivity module on that thing. Okay, and then I just need the pipe. Like so. Here's my electric engines. I'm just going to store them in a chest too for now. A flying robot frame. And this is going to be the robot itself. Batteries need iron, copper, and sulfuric acid. So they are going to be crafted over here somewhere. Sure. Over here. Why not? This is batteries. The batteries are going to be put over here. And I will need to deliver them this way. Steel. This over here is the steel, yep. Okay, steel. Batteries. There you go. So yeah, this, and then just the electric engine units. like so. I'm going to store the robots over here. Maybe just a couple stacks of robots should be enough for me for now. I don't want to overcommit to them. These definitely I want to have the productivity module. So this should very slowly craft me the bots. Now I can focus on other things, on more important things, which is getting more iron before I run out. I can also upgrade all of this to the red ammo. I think I should before it's too late, which means one more thing before I go for the iron. Sure, let's do one more thing. That thing should be pretty fast. Just have another train stop here. This is the defense unloading station. Unload all of the yellow ammo from this belt. Make that go into these chests. Then the iron needs to happen right now. I think the one that was diagonal, so like around over there, probably. So somewhere to the right of here. I've not crafted the slowdown capsules yet, so that I can delete these. We'll get a little bit of steel for more capsules. Just a couple maybe will be enough. Let's try killing this expansion here. I also have the personal flamethrower that I have not crafted. We just slow down these the biters. And then I kill the nests. And after I kill the nests, I'll delete the biters. Holy shit. If only the slowdown capsules lasted for longer. Okay, that was easy. Wasn't even close to dying, right? So just an exoskeleton and energy shield, and we can delete the nests pretty easily like that. Oh, here's the iron. I'm already here. Nice. How much is this? 65,000. Oh my god, this is like nothing. This is nothing. I think we might just stop with the research for now. I mean, the only like useful tech right now is going to be the shooting speed. There's also a tank, but I feel like with the slowdown capsules, I don't need a tank. I can just keep a car. Okay, and you know what? Let's actually do the research of the weapon shooting speed, because my turrets are dying sometimes. This should help a little bit. Okay, the next goal would be to go around here somewhere, I think. We should have another iron patch somewhere around here.